Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama, and if you see this red live box right here, that means I'm live. But if you don't see that, just means that you are catching the replay. Our keyword today is farm. I'm going to switch out our pinned comment at the bottom because I just realized I forgot to change that before I went live. But our keyword is farm. We are going to create
farm.
Sorry. We're going to use hold on y'all, let me get this. Let me change it. So our keyword is farm. Paste. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can, y'all. Farm, there we go. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Normally I have it together for more than this. There we go. Hi, hello. I feel like I have not been on in quite some time, but I'm here. Okay, so we are finally going to create with this guy. We're finally going to create with Keepin It Rural. Remember the other night, that one night I couldn't say it? Hi, hello. So we're going to create with this. We're going to do a little bit of painting. We're just going to paint the barn and we're going to hang out. I am finally choosing to craft with our beaded round. That is a chalkboard surface in the middle. So we're finally going to use that. So when you pop on, say hey and comment the word farm. And when you do that, my page will send you the supply list for everything that I'm using. So the really neat thing about this surface is a 16-inch round. This is a chalkboard surface. So when you want to switch it out, you totally can. You don't have to purchase more and more rounds. You can just use this one. So there's a black side and there's a white side. We are going to use the white side today. So, hello. How are y'all? How has your week been? All right, so I'm going to take my transfer. We're going to fuzz it, and we are actually going to just put the barn down first because we're going to paint that. And then we are going to go back over it in black. And we're just going to keep it really, really simple. And if you snagged this transfer already, let me know in the comments if you did. Hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. If you are new here, say hello. Welcome yourself in. If you are new, my name is Alex. I'm with the Creative Llama, and I live in Texas. So, thank you for all those hearts. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. All right. I'm just trying to fuzz it as gently as I can. Like so, okay? I know, Miss Nancy, I've been dying to use it. And I thought, let's just keep it simple tonight. Really, really simple. Yay, it was delivered. Hi, Christina. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this down. So it is longer than the round, okay, which is totally fine with me. So I kind of have to figure out what elements from the transfer I have to have on there and which ones not. So I'm thinking... moving it up, moving it down. I'm just thinking here, y'all. I think I'm just going to move it more towards, what do I want to do? Because I would really like the cow and the tractor to be on there. But then I feel like it's going to look funky. Let's see. Where did you come up with the name with the Creative Llama? That is a story. Does it look weird being up a little bit higher? Yes, Miss Rhonda. Yes, ma'am. Does that look weird at being up a little bit higher, or should I move it down? What do y'all think? So long story short about the Creative Llama is when I was teaching, I taught with 3 of my best friends, all in the same grade level. One of my friends decided I was obsessed with llamas. I wasn't at the time. And she posted pictures everywhere of llamas in my room and everything. And it's just kind of where it snowballed from there. Anytime I tell this story, I don't think people find it very funny, but it's funny to me because of the people involved. You know what I mean? All right. So normally we use the color Dune when we are going to color in or paint in, but I saw someone use white. And so let's see if we can do white. It'll make sense here in a little bit. Hi, Kelly. Well, welcome on in. If you are new, please let us know. We are just going to be crafting with our Keepin It Rural, here we go again, Keepin It Rural transfer. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know why I have such a hard time with it. And I'm just gonna chalk the barn because we're gonna paint the barn, but we are gonna have to clean our transfer in between because we're gonna go back over it with bark. But now I'm kind of wondering, I think we should do the tractor too. Should we do the tractor as well? Yeah, let's do the tractor. Hello. Yes, Miss Barbara, I am. It's like when I'm on live and I'm mindful about what I'm saying, I get all like nervous about it. You know what I mean? But then like if I'm just talking normal, it's not a problem. Only when I'm on a live. Do the tractor in, yeah. Ooh, we could do, I was gonna do the barn in red. Should we do the barn and tractor in red, or should we do the tractor in green? I'm down to do whatever y'all want to do, as usual. Y'all know that. All right, so this whole transfer can be colored in just for time purposes, and today I'm not going to do that, but I definitely plan on doing that on a different live because I love this transfer and y'all did too. So green tractor, red for both. All right, so we're going to pull this up. Oh yeah. Okay, so if you don't have Dune to do the outline, white will work. Okay, so if you're just popping on, you're like, girl, that's white on a white background. I know. We're going to use this as an outline to paint here in a second. So I'm going to set that to the side. Let's clean our transfer. Hi, Karen. Green is the winner. Okay. I mean, you could do your tractor in whatever color you wanted. I mean, personally, I love the color red, but I kind of want to do two different colors so it's not just so red. You know what I mean? All right, let's spray this with some water, regular water, and a board eraser. And we're going to clean up all of that white. And then we'll put this to the side and we'll dry our other piece. Kelly's saying red for both. Kelly is doubling down and she is saying do red for both. It'll be a game time decision. We'll see what we think. Alrighty. That looks good. So I'm going to take my fuzz cloth and let's wipe this up. Y'all, let me know in the comments what y'all are doing this weekend. Are you doing anything fun? Phil Hubs has red tractors, no John Deere green. We could do like a yellow tractor. All right, let's dry this off. I'm going to set this to the side. Let me dry off the front. And it's nice and clean because we are going to use this guy again. Hi, Michelle. No, this is regular tap water. That's regular tap water. Just to clean the transfer, you don't need distilled water to clean your transfer. That's not necessary. But if you want to do it, you totally can. Up to you. Hi, Jan. That would be for an international. I like Kelly's thinking. She knows all the tractors. Going to a festival, a baby shower, fun, fun, fun. If you are in my VIP group, I have to apologize. Oh no. I'm sitting in the hospital with the Hubs. He'll be having appendix. Oh no, Miss Michelle. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. What I was saying is if you're in my VIP group, I had intended to have a live sale last night over in there for discounted transfers. But I had to switch it because of some stuff that's happening in my life right now. And so it'll be, I think, on Sunday. So if you want to get in on the discounted transfer sale, comment the word farm. And then at the very bottom of the message, there'll be a button that says join my free groups. Click on that. And then click on VIP group. Oh no, I'm sorry if you got a message if you said the word pray. I gotta go through, I thought I fixed all of them. I guess not. All right, so we need to make sure that this is dry because next we're gonna go in with our color cherry and we're gonna paint our barn and we're still kind of not decided on the color of the tractor. All right, that looks pretty good. So this color, y'all, I love. I'm obsessed with the color Cherry. I think it's so pretty. Oh, that's so nice, Miss Kelly. And we're just gonna paint over the whole thing. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna pick out a little bit. That's not what I meant to do. Gosh darn it, Alex. There we go. Hi, Susan. And we are just gonna paint right over this whole thing, because wherever the white is, I don't know, y'all can't see it, but wherever that white's gonna be is where I'm gonna go back over it in black. And so all of that's gonna be covered. So it's all good. We're just gonna paint the whole thing in Cherry. Now I'm kind of thinking we should just do a red tractor. I think, I don't know. I know y'all said green. I can't decide. I can't decide, y'all. So cool thing is, I love this method of like coloring in basically your transfers, or like the background of your pieces, because I just think it makes it look so cool. Have y'all tried this method before? If you have, let me know. And y'all be sure to hang out till the end, because we are going to do a giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, y'all, I kind of have some bad news. I somehow, my giveaway list got somehow deleted off of my computer. And so I don't know, I have some names, but I don't know all the people. Sorry, I still have people who are waiting on giveaway items. So if you have not received a giveaway item and you have messaged me saying that you won, send me another message so I can get your name written down and verify that I haven't sent it out. And then if I haven't, I'll get it cut for you. Hi, Helen. Red tractor. Yeah, I'm thinking a red. I'm going to do a red tractor. I think a green tractor would look really cool. Miss Kelly, you haven't used chalk yet? Okay, you need to get a sample. I have a little sample kit that you can get. That I'm going to do a red tractor. That gives you a little mini project to get the whole feel of it. And then you'll get like a paste, a little mini transfer, some paste, a squeegee, and a surface, and you'll get the feel of it. Okay, we did a red tractor. I know a lot of y'all said green, but I feel like that would look really Christmassy. Renee, girl, you signed up to be, oh, Miss Renee, and you signed up to be a Perks member, my friend. You need to get a sample kit too. Okay, real quick, y'all, if you comment !notify all together, that will get you signed up for a message every time I go live that Facebook will send you. If you want to get, yeah, see Kelly, Julie, oh my goodness, y'all. Hi, Becky. Okay, so I'm thinking I might do the wheels in silver really quickly. I think that's what I'm going to do. And y'all, if you do hit the follow button, that blue number behind me does move. It does move. So when you comment that !notify, it will get you signed up to get a Facebook message. But I'm going to clean my brush really quickly, and I'm going to pull out my shimmer silver. And let's do the wheels, and then we'll go back over it. I know, Cheryl. Isn't it so fun? Okay, that's as clean as it's going to get. All right, so this is the color Shimmer Silver. I did not include this in the cart link. So when you comment the word farm, right, you'll get a message from my page. The first link that's in that message is the link to absolutely everything I'm using today. So I didn't include Shimmer Silver because I wasn't planning on using it, and I just thought about this. So we're going to use silver for kind of the inside of the wheels. So you can just add this to your cart. And before I forget, our color of the month, Pucker, came back for 48 hours only. It's a shimmer yellow. So you can snag this on the website when you order $75 or more. When you add $75 or more to your cart. But be sure to add it before you check out. And it's only back, today's the last day to get it. So if you like the shimmer yellow, which I've used it on the bee, the sunflower round, pretty much any yellow you see behind me, I've used it on. Okay. I think we're good. So now, let's dry everything. Let's dry everything. And then we will go back over it in black. But you want to make sure that this is all nice and dry before you go in and layer on top. But the really neat thing is that this is a chalkboard surface, the round is. So let's say I mess it up and I really just don't like how it turned out. I can spray it with water, use my board eraser to scrub it off, and start over. So if you are new to chalk or like using chalk, I highly suggest getting a chalkboard and practicing on a chalkboard because it's very forgiving. Jerry, I'm in San Antonio. I am in the San Antonio area. And if you are new to me, let me know, or if you're not new to me, just let me know where you're watching from. I love to hear where everybody is from. I think it's so neat to see like how we can all connect just, you know, via Facebook. Okay, we're gonna pull out our transfer. I'm just gonna do the red, but you could totally do that if you're gonna do this. Wisconsin, North Carolina, Orlando. Your friend lives in San Antonio? Awesome. Hi, Diane from Florida. I recognize your name, Miss Diane. Barbara from Ohio. She's a designer with me. Nancy from Minnesota, Idaho, New York. Yay, Karen. Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Central West Texas. Okay. Like, what's your closest town, Jerry? Virginia, Minnesota, Florida. All right, we're going to fuzz this extremely well because we are going to layer this on top of our barn, like what we've already painted. And I don't want to wax, okay? A lot of times I tell y'all to wax anytime we paint. But I don't want to put wax on my chalkboard because it leaves like a shine. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Michelle, I live about 10 minutes from the Riverwalk. Very close. New Mexico. But I'm not going to add wax because I don't want the wax to leave a little bit of a shine on my chalkboard, okay? Now, if that doesn't bother you, wax. Kentucky. All right, we're going to lay this back down right on top, and it has some of my hair, you know, and some of Boone's hair in here. If you are new, I have an Australian Shepherd and a miniature long-haired dachshund, and his hair gets absolutely everywhere. Okay, so this is a little bit difficult to line up. I see some spots that I didn't get painted. Hold up. I see a little spot over here that I didn't get painted, and I'm afraid that's going to show. So I'm going to get out my giant paintbrush, and I'm going to fill that in. I could see that once I laid down the transfer. Some little spots going back in. I think we're good now. Okay, let's dry this. And then now we'll go back and put it on. Okay, if you're just jumping on, we are doing Keepin' It Rural. Hey, I don't think I messed it up that time. We're doing the Keepin' It Rural transfer, and hold on, y'all. I should have used Dune. Dune is a lot easier to see than what I'm doing here. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so I suggest Dune rather than the white because it's going to make lining up. What is going on? I am really on the struggle bus over here. There we go. No. Okay. I see more spots that I missed. Australian are the smartest. I loved mine. His name was Jack. They are very smart. I always say that my Australian Shepherd is like the smartest dumb dog. Sometimes I don't know, the flies are, okay, so the flies are really bad here or wherever I am. And there's a couple in my house and he chases them all over the house. All over. Okay, let's see if that helps. So I definitely suggest using the Dune rather than the white. It's a little bit easier to see to line up. Hi, Natha. Miss Natha, how are you? Oh my goodness. I hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, that looks better. We're going to see how this turns out, y'all. This could just be an epic disaster, or it could be fine. All righty. Struggling. Ah, there we go. Aha. There's our problem. Give me a second, y'all. There we go. Now I see it, I think. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I do this correct on all sides. Hold on. There we go. Okay. It's always wonderful. I can't wait to keep, I know. All right, y'all. Hopefully I line this up correctly. So this is why I was trying out doing the white in the outline. And I'm finding that doing that makes it a little bit harder to line up. Whereas if I use, where is it? The color Dune, this like almond-ish looking, beige-ish looking color, it's a little bit easier to see. So I suggest using the color Dune rather than the white. Yes, Dune is lighter than Greige. Let me show you. So this is Greige. This is Dune. So it's a grayish beige. Okay. I'm going to use a small squeegee. And let's push down on everything. And here we go. We're just going to squeegee right over everything. Now you could get really detailed with this and color in like everything. I know. They're both gorgeous. I love Dune for different reasons. I'm so excited they brought back the Greige because I am always mixing up my gray to be a little bit lighter. So I have a feeling we're going to be using that quite a bit too. The new Greige. All right, let's go through. We're going to pick up all of this paste that's sitting on top. You don't want a bunch of paste sitting on top of your transfer before you pull it up because it can make it look fuzzy, and we don't want it to look fuzzy. I get scared to put black over everything. You know what? That's why you try it on a chalkboard. Because if this doesn't work, we can spray it and take it off. Ooh, y'all. I love that. Oh my goodness. What do y'all think? Our keyword is farm. Farm, not pig. So you got the wrong message, Miss Pamela, unfortunately. I guess my keyword didn't get pinned. The keyword is farm. Isn't that so pretty? Now, there's a big old white chunk right here that I need to go back over. But even like the silver on the tractor, what do y'all think? right, let's dry this and then we'll fix that little part and then y'all, we're pretty much done. I know. Hi, Glenda. Up in rural North Dakota. Hi, Jade. Ready to sell what? That's a farm all tractor. Mine will be, yeah. So you could totally do it green. You could do it whatever color you want, y'all. All right, it's still very wet. So let's get this dry. And y'all, this is gonna look so pretty. Oh, my project. Miss Lynette, you are a Perks member. Get the stuff to make your own. The really neat thing, y'all, is if you love chalk or if you've been toying with the idea, become a Perks member. Perks members save 30% off of absolutely everything. It's 20 bucks a month. Okay. You get that $20 back in products credit, and then you get 30% off of everything. You've never stenciled with chalk paint? Well, it's chalk paste, so it's a little bit thicker than paint. I don't suggest using actual, I'm in the United States, Miss Jade. Yes, Perks is great. Miss Karen, I want to say Miss Karen on her launch day order, she saved over $100 by being a Perks member. And she got a ton of stuff. A ton. Alright, I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to let it keep drying. I'm going to show y'all how to clean a ton of black off your transfer. Now, I always tell y'all, it is so much easier to take your transfer to the sink and clean them that way rather than cleaning them like on, hi Anita, rather than cleaning them on a bath mat or anything like that. I just think it's so much easier to clean them in the sink rather than what I'm doing, but I'm going to show y'all, okay? So black is like notorious. It's 16 inches. Is notorious for like getting everywhere, and it can be difficult to clean. So what I like to do is spray it with water, take a baby wipe or a Clorox wipe, okay? Only on the front of the transfer. And I'm going to wipe up all that extra black, okay? Because if I were to go in with my board eraser, I think all I'm going to be doing is just moving the black around all over the transfer rather than wiping it up. So I find that taking a baby wipe to the top, not the back, and wiping up all of that extra black helps. It just gets it clean faster. Just my opinion. So I'm going to spray more water. Me too, Miss Barbara. Me too. But I just find that this is a lot easier to clean black than any other way. Because look, all that black would be getting in here. And then a lot of times when the sponges hold the color, it just smears it all over your transfer. And you don't want that. Okay? We're going to go over it one more time. Clean, clean. And look, just more and more black. All right, so we're going to turn this over. I'm going to wipe this off. Okay, it's not absolutely perfect, but that's okay. We're going to turn it over. We're going to spray it with water. And then now I'm going to use my board eraser. Do not use a baby wipe on the back of your transfer. For some reason, baby wipes like to break down the adhesiveness and the transfer, and you don't want that to happen. So just a little bit of water and a board eraser and getting it as clean as possible. Now, black will stain your transfer, and that's okay. Just as long as the silkscreen part is cleaned out, you're good. It's funny, yeah. Well, it's because you're so close. You know, y'all are so close to like my working space. So it just looks way bigger. Okay, we're going to wipe up this. We're going to turn it over. And we're going to wipe all this off. Now you can see that the black stained my transfer. Okay, that is totally normal and it's totally okay. You just need to make sure that the silk screen is cleaned out. So like I can see in some of my smaller areas that it's not clean. So I'm just going to take my board eraser and some water, and I'm just going to go over it, just trying to get it cleaned out a little bit more. But I really truly feel if you take these to the sink and clean them there, they get a lot cleaner than cleaning them this way. It's funny, yeah. Hi, Connie, that's okay. All right, so it's nice and clean. I have it facing sticky side up. I'm gonna take my transfer, my backer sheet. So there's a yellow side and a white side. I'm gonna do the white side to sticky side, and I'm just gonna line up the edge and push down, take it off, and there we go. I'm just gonna dry it again. I should be using paper towels because I just bought a whole thing of paper towels, but it's nice and clean. Even though it's stained, y'all, when I go to use this again, the black won't transfer onto my next project. It's just gonna stay on the transfer, like on the green part of the transfer itself. Okay, so if you popped on, this is what we made. Okay, this is a chalkable round. We are gonna fix this little part that got, hi Melinda, got lifted up. So when you're layering like that, when you're putting the sticky transfer on top of the paint, that's something that you've already painted, that is why, oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? When you're putting the transfer on top of the paste that's already put down, that's why we say to fuzz and wax. Now, I chose not to wax because I didn't want the shine, and it did pull up some of the color. So do y'all see the little white dots that are on the barn? That's where the transfer pulled up the paste. Now, had I waxed, that probably wouldn't have happened. So, hi, Ruthie, that's okay. All right, let's make sure everything is nice and dry. And then we're gonna put the border around it, and then we'll be done. So hit the heart button for me, comment the word farm, and please, please, please share the video. Sharing helps me out tremendously. And then make sure you hit the follow button so our little counter, this counter behind me moves. Yeah, I agree, Miss Kelly. It doesn't bother me that the paint pulled up, but if someone was looking at it and wondering, they know. Yes, I agree, Miss Barbara. All right. So remember, with this round, you get a white side and a black side. Both are chalkboards, okay? Mine just had some white got transferred to it, but they're both chalkboards, which is really, really neat. And then you get this beaded frame with it. And Perks members get 30% off the beaded frame. So that right there is worth being a Perks member, in my opinion. Oh, my pig head fell off. Thank you, Miss Kelly. All right, then we're going to move these back. Maybe, if I can do it. I don't want to mess up my manicure by moving these. Okay. And I am obsessed. I think this would look really cool if you spray painted the border in black. But there it is. What do y'all think? Let me get in there so y'all can see it a little bit better. So you could paint everything in here. I just didn't because of time. But imagine, and I'm pretty sure on the chalk website, when you click on the transfer, it shows you a full version of it painted, and it's really, really cool. But y'all absolutely loved this transfer, so I had to use it. What do y'all think? I love it. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. All right, let's pick a winner. So comment, comment, comment. My little machine, my little robot is going to pick our comment winner. So all you have to do, y'all, is make sure you like the post, hit the thumbs up or the heart button, and then comment. Because it will filter out people who haven't hit the like button. I know the frame is so pretty, and I love that the inside of it is reusable. Well, welcome, April. How do I get my information to send me a small kit to test out before I join the perks? Kelly, send me a message. Send the Creative Llama a message, and I can get you set up with a sample kit to give it a try before you like invest everything into this, because I love it. I love this stuff. All right, here we go. Let's pick a winner. I'm gonna come over here. Hi, Lee. Hi, Billy. Billy, let me know what error it's giving you. That way I can figure out what's going on for you. Just whenever you get a chance. Hold on. It's thinking. Here we go. Keeping it rural. We're going to say user should have liked the post. So obviously the more that you commented, the more chances you have to win. Oh, you're welcome. 201 comments to choose from, I think. All right, here we go. We're going to pick a winner. And that person cannot win because they are a designer. Okay, here we go. Therese, oh my goodness, girl, I can never say your last name. Therese, I don't know, Therese L. Hi, Pam. So y'all, if you have won a giveaway from me and you have not received your giveaway item, please send me a message saying, hey, I won, okay? Or just saying, hey, I've won before and I haven't got my item. And I'll go back into our messages and see what day you won. Because my list got deleted off my computer. And so I don't want anybody to think that I'm like purposely not sending it out. But if you have won before, just send me another message and I'll go through our chat history and see when you won. And just to double check that I haven't sent it out. But send me a message, okay? So Therese, please send me a message saying, hey, I won, and I'll get your name written down. And if you have won before and not have received your item, send me a message again, and I will, what am I saying? I will get it sent out, okay? I'll get your name written down. All right, y'all, thanks for hanging out with me. Here's our project for today. I loved it. So cute. Thank you. You can hear it spinning. You can hear what spinning? The computer? I don't know what's spinning. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm going to hopefully be on sometime tomorrow just because I haven't been on the last couple of days. So I kind of want to hang out and craft with y'all a little bit more this week then, because I normally don't come on live on Fridays and Saturdays. So I'll probably be on the next 2 days. So there's our project. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. Okay. So make sure you comment !notify. That way you can get signed up for the next time I go live. Just comment this exactly. Y'all can hear it? Yes, your wheel with the names. That's weird. I don't know how y'all can hear it. All right, comment that to get signed up, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.